Alright, so let's see what we've done. Here is the entrance to the garden. And we have, to start off, a grapevine that was here that previous family planted. So last year it just grew along the fence, but this year I'm going to trellis it up over this arch, as well as probably some cucumbers, I think. So we have the grapes to start it off. And this is our first currant bush here. We have, I think, 12 currant bushes placed throughout the garden. There's one over here, one behind the teepee that's for the kids that I'm going to grow runner beans up, and gosh, like the really giant sunflower stalks around it. A couple tomato bushes that are their favorite colors, green for my son and pink for my daughter, and just make it a fun area for them in the garden. Here's another currant bush, another one here, a couple more currant bushes along the side over here in our berry patch, raspberry canes along the fence that I got for free off of Craigslist. A couple strawberries already planted in. There's quite a few strawberry roots in here. I'm going to pull some more along the end here. And then I only have the one apple tree here. So this is a rental. We won't be here for long. And it obviously isn't that large of a space, so I didn't want to really bring in the big canopy layer. I'm going to try to find a couple more of these pole apple trees here and place them around. And I have some collard green trees. I know that they're not going to get super big the first year, but so I kind of have like a mini canopy, but I can't do anything too big just because the area is too small. That's the grass area that I wish I could turn around, but again, it's not my home or my land. That's our big apple tree, though, that is going to produce a mass amount of Granny Smith apples. And since this is now fenced in, I'm going to go ahead and plant a supportive guild around her for sure. And we also have our chicken coop and recently built the chicken run there. So we're going to get some chickens. And exciting part about it, going to try to feed them. I don't know if it's going to be totally able to be off of compost, but I'm going to have a compost heap in their run and feed them our composted waste and stuff from the garden, etc. So that'll be probably in a couple weeks. I'll bring them in. I'm going to clean that up and get some plants planted in there covered in chicken wire for them for some fresh food as it grows, and then also get that compost heap started. So we have a lot of things going on. Also have to get some mason bees. I'm going to put them, I know they need to have good sun, so I think I'm going to put them on this back wall here. Maybe on that post right there, or up in the corner. Because our plum tree in the front, we also have a mini food forest in the front that the previous owners of the home kind of started. It has blueberry bushes and strawberries and rhubarb and a huge plum tree. So I want to have mason bees for that. And the apple tree will start blossoming in the next couple of months too. So these are all tiger lilies planted. They're going to bloom beautiful orange. I've kind of scattered seeds all amongst here. There's little bitty seeds growing all around. I'm doing multiple experiments in this garden. I was studying for a long time, and now I have access to a little bit of dirt. So now I'm just trying to use my knowledge and all of the internet, the vastness of the internet's knowledge, to do a lot of experiments. So right now I've just sprinkled an herb mix, a flower mix, and a greens mix that I made, which basically is just a whole bunch of different seeds of those three kinds. And I've sprinkled them all around to kind of just see what would sprout where and try to get some green mulch going. And then we just made some seed balls today with the kids and our homeschool friends. We made a bunch of seed balls, so we're going to put some of those out here. That's also basically a mix of the same seeds. I'm trying to see where I get best germination rates. And then I'm also going to be doing some more sprouting in the little greenhouse, which I have here, which I also got for free off of Craigslist. Most of this garden has been free from Craigslist or neighbors. I asked, it looks a little beat up now because we had a really windy last couple of days, so I have to realign it, but I asked for a greenhouse. I specifically chose it, and about, I think it was 6 days later, I went to Craigslist and it was free, sitting outside someone's home, so I went and picked it up. And so here I have a greenhouse within a greenhouse, and this is a little fish tank that I'm using to sprout. And these have been going for a few weeks now, probably since the beginning of February. So they're not growing super fast, but they are growing consistently. They're all healthy. And these are rootings that I took from the front yard, some rosemary that I'm going to bring back here and put into our herb spiral, which I'm not sure now if I'm going to actually do or not, but a blueberry bush from the front, lavender, that's cement. I don't know if that lavender is going to work or not. I don't think I'm supposed to take it from the woody part. So yeah, hugelkultur mound, very small, but I built that a few weeks ago, so letting it just kind of sit and develop, hoping that it'll do something. There's little sprouts on it as well, so I don't know how far those roots are, but there's little sprouts on it all around. There's wet willow in there, though it didn't have a chance to dry out yet. Our bumblebees. And so we see a bunch of little flowers, or little, I'm not sure what everything is. It's part of my experiment, is trying to learn. That's a blueberry root cutting. Trying to learn what plants look like from seed up. And so it's probably silly to a lot of people, but I don't know what is what. I'm going to just watch the plants this year and get to know them for who they are versus already thinking I know who they are. So that's kind of what this garden is about. It's a weed-free zone. That's really important to me. There are going to be no weeds in this garden. No plant is a weed from our perspective. All plants deserve respect for what they do and the purpose they have on this earth. And so this is a weed-free zone. So I am not going to pick any weeds unless a plant, I do have some mint here, unless one plant becomes so invasive it is, like, if I have to come in and, play some type of mediator, perhaps I will if it's the better for all. But that would be the extent of it. I'm going to let all plants live here and have it be a weed-free zone. So this is the beginning of it. It's not too much to show, but just giving you an idea of what we're doing. I'm super excited. This is actually the first garden I've ever had. I grew up on concrete, on top of concrete is what I say, in an apartment complex in California, and didn't have seasons, didn't have any of this. And so it's truly a calling, and I'm just answering it. I have the support of the trees that live around me and all of the plants, and my beautiful Douglas fir friend here behind me. So happy Thursday.